Oh man, they were playing L.A Noire. Um, so the thing that really got me mad right now is that my data from 2022 ain't on here. So that basically means I gotta start from where when I was working with this dude. Then I'm gonna do I'm gonna do one of the I'm gonna do basically my first ever. I ain't gonna lie, I forgot what it's called as a cop. My own
This
case,
looks
yeah.
awfully familiar.
I'm gonna do my own
I
case.
think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as
Yeah.
well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much.
Hold up, y'all. Let me go off the screen. All right.
Trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain
Got the
washed
blue
most of
lights
it away.
on.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Love the music. The ride. All right. She got ran over or something, bro?
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
You catch all the good ones, Phelps.
Okay, nothing on the hand. Probably got some on this one. All right.
Don't think this is anything. Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same. No drag marks. The killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Nigga following me, I'm going home.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks.
I got the hobo camp. Let's go in first.
No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written on them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all... God, you're gonna kill us!
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
So needs help. 211 and shots fired. 391 Broadway, Mallory's Cafe. 391 Broadway. Unit to handle code 3. Identify.
Give me a break!
The only new thing they made about L.A. Noire was that VR. Hopefully they make like a little remaster going on for PS5. So
Jesus, Phelps!
Also needs help. 211 and shots fired. 391 Broadway, Mallory's Cafe, 391 Broadway. Unit to handle.
Go to hell, Parker! No way I'm going down without a fight.
Drop the weapon, hands behind your head.
Yeah? Fuck you too!
God damn it.
Put your hands in the air. Give it up, LAPD.
Oh, shoot.
Don't make me chase you. This is Car 11 King. Advise all units that the 211 from Mallory's Cafe is code 4, KGPL.
Roger 11K. All units 211 from Mallory's Cafe is code 4. Repeat, code 4.
At least the rain stopped. You can change back into those white bucks now.
You can drive.
If you think I'm about to drive all the way over there, you gotta be crazy. If they make an online version of this, bro, they better like let you make your own cop. Know what I'm saying? The skin color, all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Make fix the face creation, just like regular GTA, cause this game made by Rockstar as well. You get to go to clothes stores, buy some clothes. Got a little gun shop for the cops. And they should have roles, like you could play as a cop, or you could play as a criminal. Wait, but then if you play as a criminal, nah, it's kind of.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look.
He about to run off. I can tell he about to run off.
You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
Oh, hold on, I gotta look back at it again. Let me see. F1363. One three.
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
Thank you, big dude. Y'all, I've been sneezing since yesterday and my nose is in pain. I wish allergies wasn't a thing, bro, because I hate it. then like you can't stop it, bro, unless you take some medicine for it.
You're behind the wheel.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's procedure. You see to your girls.
They little kids, they don't understand. Man, these crying effects ass.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide.
Exactly.
You want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing person
Doesn't appear to be connected.
not as a suspect.
If I could live here, bro, shit, yeah. They just too nice, bro. They too smooth. Like these 80s and 90s houses are too beautiful. That's a little pack thing.
Need to check if she was a regular.
I wonder why the picture was turned down.
Probably had a fight. See, the thing I hate about this game, you know what I'm saying? You don't know if the dude lying or nothing, so sometimes you gotta bring up the evidence. You gotta prove your evidence.
Seems irrelevant.
This is the kid, so I don't know why I'm really in here.
Circumstantial. Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive.
Then they got the chessboard. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
If you'd excuse me, ladies.
This isn't what we're looking for.
I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies.
Oh, damn. Made that some more. Let's check this real quick.
So she went out without her handbag? At least she was spared that particular indignity. She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind. You can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene. Lars was out in the rain last night.
Homie getting caught, son. Now let's go outside.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks. For the record, Mr. Tarleton, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
So you don't know anyone who would want her dead?
No, I don't.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right. Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. A bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. There, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Mr. Tarleton, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Mm-hmm.
Spill it, Tarleton. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
Yeah, you ain't even had to use that type of language, though. She did.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. Laid out my hand and drove home here. Paid the sitter and went to bed.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that? I came back here and went to bed. Why is that so hard to believe?
If Bobby Ross doesn't confirm your story, we are going to come back here and pick you up. This doesn't look good, Lars.
We could break the husband's story right now. Call in, get some uniforms dispatched to check out his alibi.
What a phone at, son?
Appreciate your time, sir.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
Maybe. Either way, we need to check the alibi. This Bobby Ross character.
Oh, it's right here.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks for your help.
All right, bro. Now we gotta go to the bar. Let me see how far it is. I might actually drive. Lot of crime scene got a gun on it. I'm stupid.
You know the way. You can drive.
It's just so beautiful in the 90s and 80s. 80s and 90s.
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions. What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
We don't have time for you to be making guesses. What time was it exactly?
Hey, give me a break. I don't remember it to the second.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, two creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates.
He about to run off.
That's him.
LAPD, don't make me chase you, shitbird. We can't let the son of a bitch get away.
They going to depth, son.
Bates! We just want to talk!
Come on, you got a ride. Get in and drive.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close. Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
He's showing you how it's done. Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you. Maybe you shouldn't have waited for me, Phelps.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
Let's end this farce.
Now is not the time to play around, Phelps.
Spin him out, Cole. The road's wet.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Hands behind your head.
Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Any messages for
I
me?
heard he's an honest cop.
Just a second.
Now, there's an oxymoron.
You have one new message from Lieutenant Fleischer. Bartender Benny Clough reports victim Teresa Terrelson last seen entering the yellow cab number 3591.
Can you have an APB put out on that vehicle? We'll need all sightings relayed to car 11K.
Sure, Detective. All radio dispatched now.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man.
Thank you.
We didn't even go to the whole spot yet. Wait, so she said that no police station.
Car 11K, we have a response on your APB regarding yellow cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station. Now heading west on 7th Street.
Garage on 7th Street. Let's hit it, Phelps. The cab driver might tie this whole thing together.
I hope you're right.
You see our taxi anywhere?
Whoa there!
Yellow cab number 591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitmer. Repeat, Wilshire and Whitmer, 11K.
Where's that cab got to now? Watch where you're driving, you maniac!
Continue to respond, please. Further on your APB on yellow cab number 3591. Vehicle identified at Reggie's Cafe, heading north on Whitmer. KGPL clear.
I get the point.
I think I was
Phelps!
Left and left and left and left again, and I'm right up your ass.
Car 11 suspect vehicle, yellow cab 3591, sighted at 6th and Valencia.
Watch it, will you?
You see our taxi anywhere? 3591, that's him there, Phelps. Hit the siren.
LAPD, we're investigating a murder.
What's that got to do with me?
The fare you picked up from Barron's bar last night. What was the woman wearing?
It was a green dress. Oh, don't tell me something's happened to her.
Tell me about her.
She was with this sailor, and he was all over her. She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
It's at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gonna ruin my day.
All units also need help. 415 and shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit to handle code 3 identify.
Slow and steady, come on! Breathe, Phelps. Breathe, damn it! calm down.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was concerned.
Just go easy, Phelps. If we survive this, it's gonna be a miracle.
I know what I'm doing.
See, I can't dodge.
You lousy bastard.
Why don't you come on out, Jimmy? I won't let them hurt you. Not my honey boy.
I told you not to call me that, woman. Now shut the hell up.
You shut the hell up.
That the lady of the house?
It's a nice story. Two old lovebirds just moved in together. But they had a falling out, and he chased her across the yard with a 12 gauge. Now it's him or us.
Get the bastard! Officer down! Give yourself up! Now! You're a cop killer! Going in!
Hey, you!
Oh. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm like, he said lovebirds, so I'm trying to say them. He had to kill me like this.
Gently. Cole, come on!
Someone.
He's in interview 2.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
So interview 2 must be upstairs, man. No, interview downstairs. This is where we work at and stuff.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down to 1 round.
Sirs?
Where's interview 2?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway.
I'm about to say. get it. I need to get back on 2K.
We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning, partner.
You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
No.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. Where did you go after the Crystal Ballroom?
I think the wind had gone out of her sails by then. She caught a cab, and I caught a bus back to the base.
We spoke to the cab driver. Tell us what really happened at the Crystal Ballroom.
I'd had enough. She was all upset about her husband bawling about her kids. She looked old. I left around closing, maybe 1:30. Got on a bus and she fell asleep on my shoulder.
Which bus?
An All-American, 249. I went past her place. She jumped off. After that, I caught another bus to San Pedro. The Indiana's down there. She's being scrapped.
And that was the last you saw of Teresa.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't say much. I think she was kind of embarrassed.
The cab driver said that you were getting pretty familiar with Teresa.
That's not how I'd put it.
Look at this smirking, bro. You got a line.
So the last thing you wanted was her playing hard to get. Did that make you mad, sailor?
Yeah, it did. She knew what a guy's looking for. All broads do. Dancing comes second.
And what happened at the Crystal Ballroom?
Nothing. Not even a little hand relief. She had another couple of drinks. There was no fun left in her. Just poured her guts out to some bartender.
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
What now? Drive all the way to San Pedro and check his locker?
Let's see if the bus story checks out.
There's a depot at 1660 Beverly Boulevard.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
3 suspects in the can and 1 on the hoof. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
Excuse me. That shit burn. Just hold up. Oh my goodness, man. Oh, that is jazz music. I'm gonna call that middle. It's just loud, like. Let me see how good the brightness go up to. Damn, this shit actually look pretty good. With max brightness, it actually look pretty good. I bet in the morning that bitch.
And thank you, ma'am. You have a safe trip now. Where are you boys headed today?
LAPD. We're after the driver of All-American 249. Would have been around midnight onwards last night.
Just a minute. Frank Zeffirelli. He's your man.
Where can we find him?
Frank is out on the 7-4.
Can you tell us the route?
Hang on. I should have it mapped out here somewhere.
I'll need to run the loop.
We're not going to drive the whole thing, are we?
Won't take long. We have a siren.
We don't have.
All-American 7-4, let's go get him.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought. This could be a long trip, Cole.
Or it could be a short one.
And here's me without my hip flask and only a pain in the ass for company.
Way to kick off the drive in high spirits, Rusty. Comments like that put me in just the right mood for some legwork.
Touchy.
You know what your problem is? You don't like hard work. This kind of rigorous search is what police work is all about. Discipline.
I need the vehicle, officer.
$11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Only have time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, could we have Lars Carrollson picked up?
Just go easy, Phelps.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
Need you to stay copacetic, Phelps. We need to hold out to the cavalry rally.
How do we do that?
Like this. Buckshot, keep him down, son.
If you want
These men know they're harboring a murderer.
We need to fight for it!
I hope you don't need help with them, Phelps. You stinking red.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny.
We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack.
Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest?
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Damn.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin. Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
This is going to help us. Phelps, leave him be.
I feel bad for these hobos, man. These niggas got like, how do you even wash their clothes like that? These hobos. He got the boy, they don't got no covers or nothing. So some of these people made their own houses.
Can you keep things under control until Pinker and Carruthers finish up?
Sure, Detective. We'll stay out of their way.
Wish I could afford that.
America gonna understand. Sam is
Almost done with the case.
Can you drive to this one?
No, Brown.
You can drive. The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same shtick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession, and we can charge the bum with murder. We're going this way.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrellson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
You hate women, Ackerman?
More than you could ever imagine.
How much did you hate Mrs. Terrellson?
I ache to put my seed in them. Afterwards, I have no use for them.
This nigga crazy. This nigga said he hate women. This nigga hate women. So
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Where were you around 2 a.m. last night?
At the camp.
You have an alibi? Someone reliable. Someone who will be around on the day of the trial.
Fuck your trial. The capitalist system needs another victim from amongst the masses. So be it.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
This nigga's crazy. He looking pissed off. You the one that wanted to kill a lady for no reason.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society, I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Tarleton will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
They said 15 out of 17 and 13 out of 6. Vehicle damage, city damage, injuries. Was such a lovely guy. What up, man? Just the
And now my heart's a blazing ruin. You say that you were only fooling. Don't walk away. Don't do me wrong. Don't leave me singing this torched song when I'm burning.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40 years.
Such a lovely guy.
Old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
How to save this game. Hopefully it automatically saves because I'm trying to get off. If it don't, I'm gonna be pissed off. Cause I'm about to check just in case. Let me see. 2023. Alright. Alright, y'all, it's gonna be the